Hey, Sacramento, how is everybody? You are listening to KDEE. Why do I hear the music playing in the background? One of you ladies have music up?
I think that was me. I was
Oh,
trying.
okay. Hey, Sacramento, you're listening to 97.5 FM KDEE. I am Agent Key, and we are selling Sacramento. Welcome to the show. I hope everyone had a great Merry Christmas. And we are just a couple of ways from trying to escape the throes of 20. It has been quite a year. And we still have today is the 31st is the last day, right? So we only have 2 more days of this left to go. We have no idea what 2020 is going to do before she try to get out of here. We pray it's nothing. There's nothing else. Because it has been quite a fiasco. I don't cuss, but I like the phrase doo-doo show, but people don't say doo-doo show, but y'all know what. It's been quite the show. So on today's show, we have a great show for you. Last week, we had the millennial ladies, I called them the leading ladies of real estate for 2021, the millennials. They were on last week, and we were talking about how they got in the business. They all jumped in just this year, and they're doing very well. They're on really good paths. I introduced you to them all because I wanted you to meet them, know who they are, and do business with them. They're ladies that I have been watching, and I see their ethics and what they're trying to do. And I think that they're great ladies for you all to connect with. So this week we have on the show the veterans. They've been out here for a minute in the industry, and they have seen the ups and downs, highs and lows. And we are still here. We are still standing. And so I want to make sure that we get connected with them on the show today. We're going to talk about specifically what to expect from the real estate market in 2021. So it's kind of going to be like I call them my SiSTARS, me and my SiSTARS, just talking about the industry. And we're going to go ahead and just jump right into it and get started. Okay, y'all? So if you're watching us on Facebook Live or YouTube or Periscope or Twitter, we are on there right now streaming live. And I want to introduce you all. I'm going to start with their names and their bios. We first have with us Miss Jamisha Hendrix. Jamisha, say hey to everybody.
Hey.
Now, where are you coming to? You are out of town right now.
I am. I am multitasking.
So through the power of live streaming, where are you at right now?
I am in Manteca, California right now.
Okay. So that's not too far away. It's kind of right next door.
Yes.
Even though the background looks like you're in Tahoe somewhere, just having a really nice Christmas extended stay. So Ms. Jamisha Hendrix is a broker with the JNL Group. And she became a realtor in 2003, like a year before I did. She's been a licensed real estate professional in Sacramento for over 17 years. She currently is a broker working with the JNL Group as an associate broker manager. And she's in the process of starting a new division called Capital Connect Realty, serving Fresno and the Central Valley region. Congratulations. Jamisha's true calling in real estate is serving and providing excellent customer service by going above and beyond for her clients, by guiding them through the real estate process, keeping the process fluid, successful, and as low stress as possible, while navigating the biggest investment of their life. That's right. She prides herself in working with clients step by step through credit repair services, which is greatly needed in our community, helping clients establish credit, pre-qualifying clients for a home loan, to receiving their keys to their new homes. In 2019, she was awarded the ACE Award recognition from the Sacramento Association of Realtors. Oh, hey, for her commitment to excellence. Outside of selling real estate, Jamisha has a property manager. She's been a property manager, a salon owner. You got that in common with all of those millennials last week. Yes. And an adjunct professor. She also enjoys singing, traveling, and organizing community outreach projects. And thanks to a combined 25 years of customer service, real estate, management, and serving diversity in public sectors, Jamisha has become an uprising real estate broker. Woo! Wow.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Award. Say that again.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
I'm gonna have to redo my bio, okay?
Well, you know what?
Listen, it's not all roses. Let me tell you, them 17 years, we'll get into that.
Right.
Please do, please do. And next we have Miss Erica Fields, everyone. Say hey, Miss Erica.
Hey y'all. Hello.
Erica is with Big Block Realty North, and she says she's a dream catcher. She helps new friends catch their dreams of buying and selling wonderful homes. She's a resident of Sacramento for more than 20 years, and she's lived and worked in many areas in the Sacramento and Elk Grove area. Her business is based on more than 80% referrals. We love that, referral by referral only, from satisfied clients. Most important to Erica is providing the most excellent service to buyers and sellers in order to earn their trust, referrals, and repeat business. Erica has sold homes in all price ranges, from starter homes and high-dollar estate properties to uptown condominiums, ranch properties, and investment properties. So she's got experience in all of those areas if y'all are watching. Miss Erica, say hey again.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
We kind of twinning.
Yeah, girl, you already know it.
Clients appreciate her flexibility, low pressure sales, patience, ability to listen and hear what a client wants, negotiation and analytical skills, and her ability to accurately price and market a home. That is super important. Miss Erica, we welcome you on the show today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. And now we have, if y'all are watching, she's over in the lower right corner, Miss Danielle Green. Say hi, Miss Danielle.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Miss Danielle is with EXP Realty of EXP Realty of California, Inc. Yes. And she's been an active realtor for 2 years. So 2 years, you guys, but everywhere I go, I hear Danielle Green. Like they're every circle I'm in, Danielle Green, Danielle Green, Danielle Green. Who is this Danielle Green? So y'all get to see her today. With a passion for service in the Sacramento and surrounding areas, Danielle is ready to help you with your home buying and selling needs. As a proud member of the EXP Realty family, Danielle carries the values of hard work, integrity, and outstanding client service into everything she does. When Danielle isn't making home ownership dreams come true for her clients, she enjoys spending time with her family and friends, and she currently resides in Elk Grove. Hey, ladies. So thank you again for being on the show today. I got to ask a question of my engineer. Are we breaking or are we going all the way through?
Yeah, you're still breaking.
Oh, okay. So he likes me to take a break before he starts getting the shakes. So
technically, do you want to go all the way through today?
Well, we'll take a break, but then when we come back, can we just go all the way through?
You know what? No, go ahead.
He's letting us. All right, we're gonna go all the way through. So we're gonna take a break, but when we come back, you guys, we're gonna get right into letting you know a little bit more about who the ladies are and what is going to happen, what you can expect to happen in the real estate market 2021. Sacramento and beyond. You're listening to 97.5 FM KDEE. I am Agent Key, and we will be right back.
All right.
Got it? Okay. So we got the radio going, and now we've got our comment section going for social media. So Lynetta Bryant says, hey, Erica Fields. Can y'all see that screen?
I don't know.
Lynetta?
I can't see it now, yes.
You guys can't see
it now. Hey, girl.
Denise, hi, Erica Fields. She really knows the ins and out of the real estate industry.
Awesome.
Gwendolyn Hendrix says hi.
I love it.
And Bridget Burrell says, love this. Good afternoon, ladies. Hey, Miss Bridget. Hey, girl. Angela, I'm listening on 97.5 and let you run and okay. Okay, that's my cousin, y'all. Angela's my cousin. She's a faithful watch. I make my family watch. No, I'm joking. Let's see. And Lynetta Bryant, she's waving. So I can see comments come in and the little icons tell me where they're watching from. So right here, Kendallin is watching from YouTube.
Awesome. That's my daughter.
Okay. All right. And so everybody else looks like they're coming in from Facebook, from different areas. Thank you all for tuning in to the show today. So we're going to, when we come back from the break, we're going to jump right into some of the questions. And let me go here. So when we were doing the countdown, y'all, I didn't know that it was not going to let me talk to you, or I wouldn't have threw it up there without saying something before I threw it up there. So you guys couldn't hear anything I was saying when the countdown clock went up.
Not at all.
Fiddlesticks. That's okay, because y'all rolled with it, because I could see that you just were like, okay, counting down.
Great, but we have to try to be done at 56.
Okay. That's the compromise?
That's the compromise.
Okay. Can I ask for another compromise?
Yes.
Can we turn the heater on?
Man, I
And
thought it
Miss
was good.
Kim? Oh.
Did you see me throw the thing, man?
Well, you didn't bring me no sweater. You went put a sweater on yourself.
You say that women, y'all got that internal heat thing.
But it's not for you to decide when the personal summer is happening. You can't assume that. Y'all know these men. Angelica said, you ladies are inspiring. Angelica was on last week.
Yeah, she was.
Miss Bridget said they really are just awesome. Black Realtors. Hi, everyone. Is there a program for self-employed people to qualify with bank statements? I don't qualify with tax returns. Are we back? We'll get to that, Miss Latisse. We'll get to that. Hey, everyone. We are back. You're listening to 97.5 FM KDEE. I am Agent Key. And our show today is what to expect from the real estate market in 2021. And we have on the show today for you all, brokers and vets, Miss Jamisha Hendrix, Miss Erica Fields, and Miss Danielle Green. Hey, ladies.
Hello. Hello.
So we're going to jump right in, and I would like for you each to start by telling everybody how you got into the industry and why, and whoever wants to go first.
I'll go. I like being first.
Go ahead, Miss Erica.
Well, I've been in the industry since 2005. The reason why I got into the industry is because my first husband, in the early 2000s, he had already gotten the picture of what to do, buy those cheap homes and turn them and, get the equity out and pay off deals. It was beautiful. I didn't know anything about it. I was such a young lad, but I watched him. And he encouraged me to get my real estate license, bought me my first laptop. And I took off running, I quit my city job and started doing real estate full time.
That's awesome. So somebody was basically modeling it in front of you, and you caught on to it.
Absolutely. We had hopes and dreams that, I would be the agent while he buy it, and all of a sudden, right before my first deal closed, we broke up. So,
But look, you kept the dream alive. You kept the dream alive. That's good. How about you, Miss Danielle?
I was working. Well, I was working for the.
We got some of that feedback going here. Let's see. Is somebody on speakerphone?
Can you hear me?
Let me see. How about
Hello, can you hear me? Is there feedback?
can you mute while Danielle is speaking?
I sure can.
Let's see if we can get that.
Is that better?
That's going.
You hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a ton of friends who are already in the real estate industry, and they thought that I would be good at it. You know, I feel like I'm very personable. Real estate did interest me. And honestly, I didn't want to be at the state for 20 years. I started when I was 35, and I was like, I don't want to be here until I'm 70. So I wanted to do something else that was going to supplement my income. And once I got into it, I loved it. I love helping people. My passion is vets. I used to be a behavioral specialist for homeless vets that were addicted to drugs and alcohol. And we just don't do enough for our veterans. So when I get a VA client, it just warms my heart because we don't do enough for them. And I do as much as I can for them. So all in all, I got into the business just to help people.
That is good. That's awesome. I like that you have that special interest in vets because you're right. We don't do enough for them. There's so many people out there that need specialized help. And so it's nice to know that that's an area that you're wanting to specialize in. How about you, Miss Jamisha? Danielle, can you mute yourself? Let's just establish that if we're not talking, we'll mute just so we can avoid the feedback.
I got into real estate in 2003. I was a young woman, very young, and I wanted to learn more about real estate, but more importantly, I was tired of being laid off of these traditional jobs. And I always wanted to be able to create my own schedule. I already was a hairstylist before I decided to enter into the real estate field. And so my last corporate job was Pacific Bell Yellow Pages. And after being there a couple years, thinking I was going to stay for a while and being laid off, I said, you know what? I don't want to be laid off anymore. I'm going to go into something where I control how much I work, when I work, how I want to work. And I decided to enter into real estate for that reason. Also to help people once I learned about real estate, how to educate, especially buyers. I have a knack for some reason, patience with buyers. I get a lot of first-time buyers, and I love working with them and working with them all the way through until they receive their keys to their first home. So I really enjoy real estate in that aspect.
So you are helping us transition into the next question. Really easy for you to say that you enjoy working with buyers. You mentioned the magic word, patience. How has the market been to you? Well, first, ladies, here's the question. What was business like for you before COVID, and how has business been for you this year?
Am I going ahead and going to the next question?
That's you.
Right. Yes, when I got into real estate, things were really popping in 2003. That's what made me want to get in. And then we took a hard nosedive when the market crashed. And yes, you have to practice patience. So the biggest word that I would say that in this profession is adjust. You have to learn how to adjust with the times. And over these years, 17 years, I've had to do that, even when I felt like quitting because it just got, the fees keep coming, things keep happening, even without the clients. 2008 was tough and it tested my patience. Patience is the word. But I decided at that point, I'm not going to give in. I'm going to study. I started taking the broker classes back then, just little by little while things were slow. I did go into doing new home sales and substituting agent, being a substitute agent for them. And COVID has been a test in both ways. We have a infrastructure of buyers because of the interest rates are down. But our sellers, my sellers, pull back and say, I'm going to hold off and not list now. So there's that fluctuation that you have to adjust with. That's how COVID has affected my business. And I know there's sellers that plan to list maybe this coming spring, but everything kind of came to a screeching halt with sellers February, March, especially March, right when we closed, right when the government shut down. We couldn't show properties. We couldn't hold open houses. You know what I mean? So it was tough. But going forward, I see prosperity happening now with our buyers, with the new home sales. And I think 2021 is going to be a good year.
Good, good. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, but I want to hear from Erica and Danielle about their careers before COVID and then what it's looking like now. Erica?
Okay. All right. Like I said, 2005, I started. By the time 2008 came and the market crashed, I went and got a job. I worked my way from an assistant property manager all the way up to a regional property manager. I stayed with the company 12 years. Actually, I quit last December.
Wow.
And just gave them my resignation. They didn't know why. They like, why? I said, because I can't work this hard for anybody else anymore.
Right.
And so I still, I bought properties like under my license while I was working for them and things like that. But I wasn't doing real estate full time.
Right.
And so once I became tired of that punching the clock and doing everything they wanted me to do, I was like the puppet. I decided to go full time. When I decided to go full time in December, my father-in-law, he has dementia. I ended up having to care for him for the first couple months of 2020. So I really couldn't get rolling. By the time I got rolling, COVID hit.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Right. But COVID actually, it took me into another thing. I started jumping on Zoom calls with people I didn't even know, meeting people that I didn't know. And it was beautiful. I met some great ladies, some great men, and it's brought me business.
Right.
So, I'm a warm toucher. I'm not a cold call. When I was making calls and on the team and all that, and I absolutely don't like making calls. Okay, not unless you my friend you're talking about. I
feel the same way.
Right.
My voicemail says that. It says, don't, you calling me, leaving a voicemail message, you might come up short. You'd be better off texting or emailing.
Right. Absolutely. And so, one thing about me though with phones, I really pride myself. I answer the phone on the first, second ring. Okay. They're like, hello, you answered? So
God.
I think I learned that from working. Okay.
Okay. You're doing better than me then. Cause look, I look at the phone like, who is that?
I get mad at myself sometimes. Girl, don't answer the phone. I be all on vacation. But anyway, so COVID, it actually it opened my mind because I started before this internet stuff happened, and I was just warm touching everybody. Hello, you get within 3 feet of me, I'm speaking and smiling and complimenting. I'm doing everything. I'm telling you about what I got going on. I'm asking about what you got going on. And 9 out of 10, I leave with your info.
Right.
So, I'm good at that. So it really changed me when COVID hit, and I was doing a whole bunch of open houses at first, right before it. And then all of a sudden it was no more. I said, I think I'm scared to even go outside now. They didn't stop the open houses. Maybe I need to sit down. I need to sit, get my family sick in the house. And so, it was like a battle mentally with me in order to keep going.
Right.
So I did, because
now, how did you acclimate? Because we couldn't do open houses, but business kept coming.
Yeah, so, that's right. Business kept coming, but we got a little more creative. We started talking to each other on the Zoom and, and being a little more friendly and commenting on other people's posts and, just doing the things that we're supposed to do in this.
Right.
And so, I feel really good about it because I think it opened me up as a person and changed my mindset from being stuck in the early 2000s, because I was still stuck. Okay?
Yeah. I like that you said that, because it's true that the real estate industry, and maybe you ladies would agree, we already had that technological advance with being able to do stuff virtually. So when COVID hit, the only thing that we were able to do was the stuff that we already had, as tools in our real estate toolbox. So I love, Erica, how you said, well, I just jumped on what was already there. You rode the wave. The wave came along and you were like, let me get on top of this thing. And I think so many of us missed that wave, right?
Yeah. And just not being afraid to do the video or jumping on with people you don't know on the internet. Okay. Because anything. You know, you critique yourself so much. Like, it's my bump there. You know, we go through things. You know, how I sound on the end. You know, it's a whole lot that can stop you from moving forward through social media.
And who would have thought that that's actually the only way that we would be able to communicate?
Right.
You know, you can't fear if this is what you have to use, you can't fear it.
Yeah, you can't fear it. Absolutely not. Thank you, the Lord, that I used to be like a model and, you know, doing little movies and stuff. So, you know, I never feared the camera. Actually, anyway, I guess that's it for me.
Well, for now, because we're gonna go into this whole COVID thing because y'all are touching the surface, but I want to make sure that we give all of you saying what you did before and then how things are happening now. So, Miss Danielle, it's your turn.
So when I got licensed, I came in at the tail end of 2018. So you already know it's slower during the holiday season, and I was a new agent, and I didn't have a mentor. That's why I left my old brokerage because I really wasn't getting any assistance. But I was in Facebook groups for realtors. I was on YouTube. I was just trying to absorb everything. How can I get business? And I found out that I could hold other people's open houses. I love open houses. I'm like Erica. I do not like cold calling. I think I've made 2 in 2 years. I don't like it. So, but I love an open house. So then with my open houses, I would do home tours before everybody got there. And I love doing that. And then my first deal came from a referral, and I did some referrals out of state. And then I was doing okay. I got some business. I had 3 buyers getting ready to buy we were looking January, February. As soon as COVID hit, I lost them. I lost all 3 of them because they were FHA and there were changes right after COVID hit, and their credit scores weren't high enough anymore. So I lost them. And then one lady that I was going to list, she said, "I'm not doing this. I can't. I'm scared." So I lost 4 deals. And then my husband got very, very sick, and he was in the ICU for 4 days. So for 2 months, I was trying to nurse him back to health. So real estate just wasn't on my radar. But now, when I look at it, I'm like, COVID hasn't stopped anything. There are so many buyers. The rates are low. People still want to list their homes. They just were scared in the beginning. So now the people that I lost in the beginning, I will have them in 2021, which is a blessing. You know, just because it doesn't happen at that time doesn't, you know, it's still for you, just not at that time. Go ahead.
Perfect segue. Y'all are just perfectly segueing into the next pieces, because now we're going to talk about 2021 and what does your business look like going forward. And you started off saying, Danielle, that you've got sellers who are ready to list now for 2021. What is it that you're thinking is compelling them to say it's okay to list now?
Well, I have one, but it's mainly my buyers. But the 2 clients that I have, I just think they're not scared anymore, and they're seeing these homes flying. They're just flying off the market. You list it today, you could be under contract by next Monday. You know, things move fast, and that's what I've been. Even though I don't like cold calling, I'm still reaching out to my database, and I'm letting them know, if you really want to get your home sold, if you want to get, because most want to move out of state. If you want to do it, we can do it now, and we can do it quickly. I just think
you're telling your people.
I just think in the beginning it was that shell shock. You know, the world's about to end. What am I going to do? I might lose my job. People have lost their jobs. You know, we're not getting our stimulus checks like we're supposed to. You know, people aren't getting the right amount of unemployment. What's somebody going to do with $147 a week?
Right.
Nothing. You know, so I just believe it was a lot of shell shock, but I think people are feeling a lot better about it.
So you are seeing that. I'm seeing it from my end, but it's good that you ladies are here today to testify to what you're seeing on your end. So Danielle, you're saying you are seeing people saying, okay, I'm getting back into this thing.
Yeah, they're going to dip their toes back in.
And how about you, Miss Jamisha? There you go.
Okay, you hear me? Okay, I did what Danielle is saying. Actually, a lot of my clients are ready to rock and roll the beginning of this year. So where they kind of took a standstill and said, okay, let's wait. But now they see that things are moving. Home prices are going up. The interest rates are still low. Activity is still happening. Wear your mask. You know, we have to go to the showings with gloves, you know, maybe your Lysol, but they're ready to still move. And thank God for that. You know, it's not stopping our business. What I want to say is, I think going into 2021, we're just going to have to take that level of patience. Not all of our sales are going to come from positive experiences. There's people who have to sell their house due to divorce. There's people that's going to have to sell their house due to foreclosure. There's people that's going to have to sell their house because of COVID. So we're going to have to, it's not going to be all roses, but there is business coming our way, for whether it's on the, you know, the first time home buyer, or I want to move up to a bigger place, because now more people are staying home. They need space. They need more room. I have 4 children. You know, if you have 4 children, now you need space for everybody to do the Zoom and education. And I'm working from home. So that's going to be another opportunity for us. So I believe 2021 is going to be a great selling year, but I also feel like all business is not going to be from positive experiences. So we just need to be prepared for that.
That's a good take. And isn't that ironic that COVID actually made people, it brought us closer to make us look at our lives? Like, for real. Like, what is my life all about? What am I really doing? What really matters? Who is this person living in my house? You know, I need some more distance between me and these kids, or me and this man, or, you know, whatever the situation is. And it's making them make, you know, home buying choices as a result of that. It's crazy that it influenced that. Is that what you're seeing as well?
Yes, definitely so. Not only that, like, more companies are allowing you to work from home. You have to work from home. So now I need workspace. We need play outside background space. We need space. You know, we can't function in this 2-bedroom apartment anymore. We got to have some more space to be able to function now. And so now we have droves of clients coming in. The Bay Area has always fueled our market, but you know, you can afford to have a bigger house here. And so people are now getting acclimated to being at home, and we don't know what's to come. I heard there's a second virus coming. So people know they may have to be at home. So they're buying bigger properties. I just showed a house in Folsom over the weekend, and the people were saying they have to have a bigger home.
Wow.
So, you know, that's the situation right now.
Now, who would have ever thought that we would be looking at our backyards as additional living space? I actually belong to a Facebook group called Backyard Patio Living or something like that. But the women post all of these different ways to model and remodel your backyard, the different furniture. I mean, some of this stuff look like, oh my God, you could live out here. But it's just, you know, I think it's been even more emphasized because of COVID. You know, you go from the bedroom to the kitchen, you can only go, you know, so many times before you get tired of just doing just that, right?
It definitely inspired me on that Facebook group. I got me a hammock. I got everything.
Did you?
Radio, all the stuff. Okay.
All of the stuff that they share, isn't it amazing? I like the fact that they're from all over the place.
Yeah.
And so good to see, and some of them, their stuff got blown away because of storms and stuff. That's kind of sad, but it's motivating. How about you, Miss Erica?
Well, I didn't mention that I did recently just pass my broker exam.
Oh my God, yes!
Waiting on my application to finish processing due to COVID. They're moving slow.
We got another in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
The field.
Also, while waiting on that, I became probate certified. So just recently probate certification. So, you know, I'm gonna start kind of veering off that way, because it is a lot of us that don't understand when we buy an asset, we need to get it in and put it in a trust.
That is awesome.
We leave it to who we want to. The court don't have to make a decision. All right. And
that's huge for our people. So I expect to hear and see a lot of videos from you about probate and helping our people understand why they need to have trusts and all. You just said it. Look at
Absolutely.
you tell them. You tell the people.
I'm gonna tell you, I didn't know much about it, but until I married my husband and his parents, they were obviously mentally there to do what they needed to do because his mom passed 2 years ago and his dad has Alzheimer's. But let me tell you, they have a trust and they have the person who make the medical decisions. They have the person, the trustee who paying their bills, making sure everything is good. And they have all of the home, all the bank accounts, everything is in the trust.
Did you help them organize that?
No, they did it way before I even got with their son. Okay. So, but I was really proud. I said, you have some good stock. Okay. Because if you see something like that, that's some good stock. And I'm trying to follow that because I didn't know anything about it. And it intrigued me because, I sat through talking to the attorney and seeing what we need to do. And so, very important thing. That's why I did the probate certification because I have to know that we don't do that. We don't protect our assets. We say what we're going to do sometimes, and sometimes we don't do it in time.
So if anybody's listening right now and you have a situation where somebody may have passed away, or you're in a situation where that may be the situation, within a matter of months or so, Erica Fields is probably the agent that you want to reach out to help you navigate those waters before they become a probate issue. That's the thing, is that we don't want a property to go into probate. So we need to learn how to avoid probate. And probate is when you die without a will, and then the state gets to decide how your stuff gets dispersed through someone that gets selected, versus you making decision of who does what with your personal belongings. And I'm kind of saying it in a very raw way, but that's kind of in general, right, Erica?
Absolutely. On point, like a steak knife.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And so
but
if they are in a situation where they need to sell for probate, you do still get to choose an agent. And so Erica would be the agent that you would want to connect with, because then with her certification, she understands the process of listing your home as a probate property. Is that correct?
From start to finish, I got the whole timeline for you.
Okay.
My 2021, I'm actually really excited by it. I was hoping I already had been a broker by now, and so that I can hit the ground running for 2021. But I already have my corporation and logo and every bank accounts, credit card accounts, everything ready to go for my new brokerage. I'm gonna do property management and real estate, investments, and I think 2021 is gonna be good. I got people waiting, just like everyone else. Hey, I want to wait for 2021. I've also been hearing a lot of, the market may go down.
Oh, let's talk about that.
And I'm like, that's not what the CAR and the NAR and all the different stats are saying. So it may actually go up because we're not doing those type of loans that we had before, where you didn't even qualify to begin with. Everybody's getting qualified right now, so they shouldn't lose their home. These programs in place, forbearances and things of that nature to be able to keep your home. So we shouldn't be the same place we were back in 2008 when I got a job. I'm not getting a job no more.
Hey, going back to that spot, I love that all three of y'all said that. Like, I don't want to be tied down making money for somebody else. That needs to be a nice theme that we weave through 2021. I think that through our what society teaches us, you go to school, go to college, get a 9-to-5, get married, have some kids, work a job for 50 years and retire. However, if you really look at how we are intrinsically created, everybody is gifted and talented in different ways. And the world just don't revolve and grow like that. And then our own, the outcome of where we are now has shown that has not served us as a people, African Americans. That has not served us well at all. We do better when we think and grow and live outside the box, not confined to what society says to do. That's why when we get into things that we excel at, we're at the top. Can I say that? Is that racist?
Say that. We at the top.
Can I say that?
Yeah,
I can say that. Okay.
in our minds.
and it's not because whatever you do that you're created to do, can't nobody take that space or that spot from you. Can I just say that? Yes, Erica, you're talking about the things that you want to, you're speaking with passion. You're speaking from a place of passion. Danielle was like, I ain't coming back here. That came from a place of passion. So when you are fueled by your passion, and who was saying it? Was it Jamisha? Yes, there's going to be some tough times. Yeah, you gotta grow out of the tough times. You got to take the good with the bad. Y'all jump on in here because I'm feel like I'm preaching.
Well, I'm preaching with you. I'm back here going, oh, Spirit Venus.
I need to say something about what you said about us being confined.
Jamisha, can you?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Danielle.
The word confinement struck me because, our people, we don't like to be confined. I think that's in us because of what happened to our ancestors all those years ago. And I think it's just in us to do our own thing. We don't want to be in a box. We don't want to, quote unquote, punch your clock. I know people who look just like me that have 5 businesses. I would love to do that myself. My husband and I want to get into real estate investing. We want to create generational wealth because so many things were taken from us generations ago. So that's what I'm passionate about, is making things better for me and people that look like me.
Amen. Jamisha, y'all was both going to jump in at the same time.
Actually, I want to go back to something Erica stated, and it's going on with me as well. I'm very proud of you, Erica, for getting your broker's license, and it's going to happen for you. I got my broker's license, and I'm starting my new company as well. And, I pulled up something on realtor.com, and I'm just going to tell you, women account for 60% of realtors in California. However, we are very low on the totem pole when it comes to owning our own brokerages and owning leadership in these roles at our companies. And so, where it's great, there's the Keller Williams and there's the Prudential California Realty. I started at Prudential many years ago. I don't want to pay all those franchise fees. I'm serious. I'm ready to do my own thing. I want to do my own structure. I'm not looking to have 150 agents, but I am looking to go my own way. And I think we have to not be scared to step out, get your license, get your broker's license, step out, get your own corporation where you can do your own tax write-offs, you know what I mean? And not fuel somebody else's dreams and business, fuel your own, right? Yes. So I commend you. Daniela, you do it too. Get your broker's license. The other thing about having your broker's license is that you can work for multiple entities, not just one. When you're just a regular real estate agent, you only can work one place. You can only have your license with one broker. So if you want to expand your business in different areas, like I work for another property management company right now called Nest Ball, you can do different things. So that's another positive thing to being able to grow and expand.
Thank you for sharing that information. I appreciate that. It's funny because I feel like 2020, as horrible as it has been, it's really made everybody kind of take a real look at our lives and put it in perspective and come out different. Like either you're coming out on the positive side, and unfortunately, a lot of people are looking at it in a negative way. I've never been a pessimistic person. I don't have a pessimistic personality. And so I never, even bad things, God has just kind of equipped me to see bad things in a positive way. And what do you ladies think about that? As you know, what has 2020 done going into 2021 for you personally?
Me, I look at it positive all the way. I mean, off top, I got a chance to really get to know my daughter that was at home while I was at work. You know, and now we at home together. And you need to know your kids when they on them cell phones and on this internet. And so, you know, she don't have a phone no more. So I got to know her, you know, and I got to spend some time with me because I was running. Okay, you don't realize how much you run until you sit down.
Yes.
Right. And so, you know, I got to just see other people for who they are, and, you know, to go in my mental space, because I've been took my broker classes, right? But I was running.
Right.
And so being able to just sit down and focus on what you need to focus on in order to get it out the way was amazing to me, you know. And I'm so thankful that I believed in myself when I quit that job, because I had a whole bunch of no's. Don't do that. Why you gonna do that? You don't got no income coming in when you do that. You know, you hear so many different things in your ear, you know, especially if you've been on 12 years, you know, work yourself all the way to the corporate office. I was the only sister in the corporate office. You hear me? So that was special to a lot of people, even my employees. Okay. I was managing 27 people. You know, and they like, you leaving? You know, I almost felt like when I left, everybody was gonna go because they were scared. You know, because they felt like I had their back.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, it's okay. I'm still gonna be here. When I get my company, you know, I'm gonna come get y'all. I hope they ain't listening. But anyway, it's been good to me. You know, a lot of people say negative things, but I don't really take negative things. I turn them into a positive. All the negative things. I mean, I'm the same way. The Lord has gifted me with that great positive energy with any situation, you know. And if I start off negative, all of a sudden my brain just go, "Hold on, Erica, what you doing?
Right.
You playing? Because what you speak out your mouth is what you get."
Right.
So when I speak positive on what's gonna go on with me and anybody in my circle. And if you come to me negative, I'm gonna turn your negative into a positive.
Right.
And anybody on this feed that's listening, they'll tell you
that part. You know what? So we got to put something in here about. Look, we got to get something in here about the market for 2021, y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I love this conversation. I love where it's going, and it's necessary. I like one of the things about COVID is that, look, we on what other platform would the four of us been able to talk like this had COVID not occurred? You know, really. But how would I have been able to connect with you at this level with all the running, like you said, just running all the time? We just run so much. We don't ever stop and get to really connect. And COVID has forced us to do that. And so as I'm looking at real estate for 2021, I saw some commercials where there are some companies that are trying to come out again, the ones that say they'll sell your home for 1% or whatever like that. And I never fret about those types of companies for this exact reason. Real estate is so personal and emotional. Yes, you will have that group of people that need to get their house sold because they probably inherited it and they just trying to get the money. So then, you know, companies like Purple Brick or Open Door or whoever, you know, those companies are targeting a segment group of people who don't care how much they're going to net. I had 2 families come to me last year and say that they were approached by these other companies to sell their homes. And I ran comps based on what the first family got $30,000 more selling their home through me had they used the other said company who gave them a quote and was going to make them put $20,000 more into it before they listed the home.
Yeah.
But that works for some people who are they don't have anything in the home in the first place. They don't have any ownership of the home as far as, you know, maybe they've already, used their home like an ATM. or maybe they inherited home. So those companies work. So I'm sharing that to say real estate is about relationships. Would you agree?
Yes.
There will always be people who want to use they want the personal touch. If I want to sell my home, I want to see and talk to the person who's selling my home. I want a play by play. I want some special treatment. And then when I'm buying a home, I ain't gonna just go online and trust what I see I want to walk through the home physically because I need to see and look and feel, especially the way cameras put filters on house pictures, like they put filters on faces. Like this is not what that room looked like online.
Outfish.
Can I piggyback on what you said? This goes right into our question, like our third question with the challenge was. Yes, and I made a post a couple months ago. Where is Purple Bricks now? Crickets, right? They are gone. And they did all those fancy commercials about paying the commission. They were hilarious, right? But at the end of the day, you need a personal relationship with your realtor. You can't text Purple Bricks. You can't text Open Door and ask a question. You have to have somebody that knows what you're dealing with, how to respond to you, how to get back to you. If in a timely manner, you can't deal with a voicemail call. You know what I mean? You need a real agent, and that's why we've been able to stand the test of time from Purple Bricks. They're not even in the United States anymore. They are gone.
Right. And the same will hold true with the other ones. They're going to get a little bit of market share because there's those people that just don't like us. They real estate haters. We see you. We see you. We don't want your business. No way. Because, at the end of the day, we want to be happy doing what we do. We want to serve the clients who want to work with us. And I'm speaking for my girls, but y'all can tell it too.
Spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers. Yes. And so Erica started talking about the market and why it's not going to fall out. I want to continue that conversation.
Right.
The loans are not bad. If you qualify to buy, you really qualify. So it is absolutely the best time to buy because real estate interest rates are super, super low. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to kind of fathom and imagine that at a time like this, it would be a great time to buy. The only problem, and it's a huge one, is that we've got this competition from the Bay where they're bringing all their money and they're inflating prices. Mm-hmm. So I really, if a buyer, if you can get in the game and you're looking at houses a few times a week and you're making 10 offers or more, a month, you probably will get your offer accepted. There's a seller out there that's walking the ethical and moral high road. And they are going to accept your offer based on the content of the offer and not necessarily the amount.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true. That's very true. Also, for any of the newer agents out there, because it is hard to have a buyer right now, especially when they're FHA and maybe they're only approved for maybe up to 400. They're getting beat out a lot from, like you said, the SF buyers. But I write letters. Letters work. Write a letter for your buyer and present it with your offer. I've won two offers because of that.
Was it an FHA loan?
It was.
Okay, because I'm hearing agents are telling them to go with the conventional, not the FHA, because it may not go through. And I'm like,
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time with a couple of my buyers that are FHA, but we just still got to keep pushing. There's nothing to do. Like she said, keep putting in the offers.
It's almost like it's a numbers game. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Erica.
I was just saying the letter is a good tool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even though we got to be careful now because the association has told us make sure we don't put in pictures or things that are identifying, racially and things like that. But definitely, I tell my buyers also to write something that may help a seller make a connection. you know, whether or not they're a vet or, you know, where they're from, where they work, their hobbies and things, because you just never know how you might make a connection on another level with a seller. Because a lot of people, when they sell their home, they've been there for years, and they are concerned about who's going to take over the home that they've been in. And you know, you can't you can't discriminate. But it'd be nice to know that, oh, okay, I'm selling my home to somebody who's going to put the same type of care and pride that I did. Mm-hmm. And so those types of things, I think, help people. What do you think?
100%.
Very, very true. And the home that I'm in today, right now in Manteca, is a house that I sold to a relative of mine. And the same thing happened with the sellers. They were really involved with who was going to purchase their home. And they have strong feelings about that. Even though they're supposed to sell and walk away, they really are connected. They want to know who's going to take care of that house that they work so hard to put a build-in pool, or, you know, they put their love and passion into this home, and they want the next buyer to do the same. Mm-hmm. So it is great sometimes to write letters. I agree.
And Glenn had mentioned that his office has asked them not to include letters due to litigation. And I think that it's something that it's probably, you know, you want to take it up with your broker if you're under a broker, just to see what they say. Ladies, we are at the finish line. Holy crap. I promised my engineer that we would be off at 1:56. Before we go, ladies, real quick, I want you to give your phone numbers and your company name so people know how to reach you. Miss Jamisha? There you go.
Okay. Currently, I am with the JNL Group Real Estate. Look out for Capital Connect Realty. Is coming soon. I'm in the works of getting everything together now. My phone number is area code 916-761-2955. Once again, that's 916-761-2955. Connect with me, text me, call me, and I'm on Facebook as Jamisha Hendrix, and on Instagram as broker_Jamisha Hendrix.
Thank you. Miss Danielle.
I am with eXp Realty, Inc. of California. My telephone number is area code 916-385-6778. I'm always available by text, always. I will always answer your text. You can reach me on Facebook, Danielle Green. I'm Danny Green 15 on Instagram. I try to be very available on the social media platform because that's what people are on all the time.
Thank you, ma'am. Miss Erica?
Erica Fields with Big Block Realty. My phone number is 916 Big Block Realty North. 916-585-1982. You know, don't fret because it will be another company next year. Okay.
Give your number one more time.
916-585-1982.
And you guys don't fret, like she said. I'm going to say don't fret because I'm going to attach all their contact information to my site, to this post. So if you go back to any of the social media sites, you'll be able to see it all there. Ladies, again, thank you for joining the show today. Yay, don't go nowhere. And remember, if you're listening, if you do what you were created to do, I will see you at the top. Happy New Year, y'all. Bye.
Straight to the top.
Bye.
Thank you, ladies, for being on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Anybody got any special New Year? What are y'all doing for New Year's? I mean, like, I don't know what I expect you to say.
My husband.
Work. Try to get these things in order to start off the new year. Right. We can't do anything, so we'll be home, probably celebrating, eating, you know, that type of thing. Trying to practice being safe right now, so we can survive next year, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have a little gathering. My husband's birthday is on the 1st. He'll be 55, and on my son is on the 2nd of January, and he'll be 25, and so. You know, we're just gonna have something small, maybe like a little game night with a couple of folks over.
So it's a combination celebration.
Yeah, I always do them like that. You know, but you gotta kill two birds in one stone, especially during COVID.
Are they okay with that?
Right.
Are they okay with you combining both events?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we be inside with the old folk, and my son he be in the backyard with the young folk. You know, we kind of split the party, and everybody be just fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, who somebody said? Oh, Danielle, go ahead. I'm looking in the chat here.
Oh,
What y'all doing?
a friend of mine's having a very
Yeah.
small gathering. She works from home, has been working from home since this all started. She don't go anywhere. So we're just gonna go over there and, have some drinks, some food, and
Yeah.
just be with her for a little bit and come on home.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. I just miss the hangout. And I usually don't even like hanging out. I'm like, dang
Mhm.
it. Somebody
I miss live concerts and going to eat and all that.
Yes,
Yeah.
concert.
It's been killing me, the football games. And I'm so happy that last year I got that in so good that I watch all my Facebook memories and be like, oh, Lord.
Yeah.
And Facebook makes me sick with them memories. Oh man, I
Facebook
forgot.
is messy.
Yeah.
Facebook is messy because they know that I'm not friends with Jamisha or Erica on my Facebook, but me and my husband used to be out in the streets all the time. We would go out dancing every weekend, and there is no dancing to be had anywhere unless we're here. So
There was a winery. It was outside of El Grove where they had live band, and this was during COVID, and they did the social distancing thing. You have to get a table in advance, but they had a little patio thing where you could dance. I'm gonna find out where it is because I went out there. I met my little sister out there, and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I just went there too. It was a great
You
place.
have to go to Las Vegas to still have fun because they're not shut down like here.
Now, I ain't trying to catch the Rona. I posted Letitia's question because she said I told her we would answer it during the show. She said, is there a program for self-employed people to qualify with bank statements? I don't qualify with tax return.
She may have to go hard money.
yeah.
Right
now, the lenders have tightened up so many things and even given down payment assistance.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have at least now a 680 credit score. So the lenders have tightened up. So where they used to be able to do the bank statement qualifications, those days are not here right now. So she may have to try outside sourcing, at least get the property and then try to maybe figure out her tax returns later.
Do you have anybody that you can refer her to?
I don't have it in front of me. I would have to email you if you can send it to her. Okay. There is a contact for that. I do.
Okay. Letice, shoot me an email as a reminder, and then I'll shoot it over to her so she can send that information. My email address is, I'm going to post it here, agentkee007@gmail.com. So email me, Letice, and we'll get that information over to you.
Yeah, just let her know she should be prepared to at least put down 15 to 20%. The hard money lenders usually want a lot more down.
They do.
Yeah.
Agent Key, I know our live show for the radio is off, but I thought we were going to get into some more stuff, but I do want to say our president-elect, if it passes, he's supposed to be giving a tax incentive for $15,000 for buyers, for first-time home buyers. So we hope that get approved. That will help the buyers, be able to have money for the down payment and closing costs. Mm-hmm. But what that also do mean is it's going to still be very competitive. So that money is there, but the buyers are competing,
Somebody asked me about that a couple of shows ago, and I had read it in his plan, but I hadn't really researched it. So that has yet, though, to be a reality, right? That's just something that he says he wants to do.
It's in the works, but they're going to have to approve it. But of course, everything is on hold for him until he actually takes office. Right. But if that does go through, that means February, March, by the time spring comes, these buyers will have this extra, maybe additional money to be able to purchase a home on top of low interest rates. So that's wonderful for them.
Right. Yeah. And if that money, I think that money would be a great equalizer. And I'm just thinking, especially in a market where you've got people from the Bay Area coming in, adding an additional $30,000, $40,000 on top of their offers.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
So,
let me tell you, my last offer, my last buyer, we closed the week that the governor shut down. and thank God the seller was able to work and give a credit back. But you know, we had to contend, and it's so sad. $25,000 over the asking price.
mm-hmm.
There was no way around it. Shortened days in your contract. Sometimes some clients was waiving the appraisal. They're willing to pay $10,000 over the appraisal. So it's tough. So buyers have to be prepared and educated to know what type of market they're entering in right now. They still can win, but they have to be patient. You know, we may write 10 offers before you get accepted, but keep an open mind. It will happen.
Yeah.
It's a great thing for people to know, and a great way to set expectations. I really like setting expectations about the market with my clients before we actually get in there. And I love that you bring that up, because it really is, it's a numbers game. And we're doing on average, and this is no lie, you guys, when I say we're writing about 20 offers per buyer before it gets accepted, 20 offers.
Yes.
At least 2-3 offers a week per buyer.
Mm-hmm.
And so for buyers out there, if you're working with agents, like when other buyers will call me and say, oh, you know, I'm sick of my agent. They're not working hard for me. And I ask them, well, what are they doing? Well, are you not seeing property? Well, yeah. Are you not seeing property you want to see? Well, yeah. Are you not writing offers? Yeah, they wrote offers. Well, your agent is earning their money, you know. I'm not about to take that away from them. You just have to be a little bit more patient, because that's unfortunately the market that we're in right now, right?
Yeah. Right.
And we're all able to see the same homes, so we don't have anything to do.
I don't have no magic homes up my sleeves. What did they talk about that Black Girl Magic? They lie. I love it, love the name, but hey. Well, ladies, you know what? We went a little bit over, but it's still recording, so it's all good. So they getting it all. It's all going down on the recording. And we had a lot of people tuning in today. Thank everybody for watching. Ladies, just say wave hi so I can catch a nice screenshot. Okay. And I'm going to let y'all run on with your day. Thank you so much for joining me again. Now, I may have to go back to you mid-year. We have to do a 2021 checkup.
Yes,
how everything.
We're all going to have good news.
Going. Yep. Danielle, see how your broker's license process is going.
Yes.
We didn't put you on.
I spoke that out.
Yes.
You did. I have been thinking about it.
2 years. You got the qualifications. 2 years.
Yeah, you're right.
We're gonna have to do a Facebook group. The
Black Brokers in Sacramento. There you go. Look, there it is.
Man.
We're gonna start it now. And Danielle, the only way we're gonna do it is when you show us your license.
Just do it.
Yes. Let's do it. I started a small one from the BTI training, but yes, we need to do that. We need to stay connected. Definitely.
Absolutely.
I wrote down your numbers.
I like the idea that we need to have a brokerage, or not that we need to have more Black brokerage ownerships need to occur, because I think it will help other people who are not considering real estate, who are African American, see that it's an opportunity, you know, as far as getting in the industry. Yeah. And the more Black people that we have in the industry, that helps increase home ownership awareness and Black home ownership. Mm-hmm. The fewer that there are of us in the industry, that keeps us owning at bay. Because no matter what people say, people are going to use who they're comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. True.
And so we need more Black real estate professionals in the market so that more of us are comfortable buying and selling real estate. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth.
It's the truth.
I'm going to tell you, though, my word 2021 before we get off this phone or whatever we own, Facebook. Yes. Let's buy the block. We need to buy
the block. Yes, yes.
So
I
like,
don't see what a
You
black
know, Erica, that's perfect. And
we need to buy it.
commercial buildings are going to be up for sale. I was talking to another agent, and we need to capitalize on that. You know,
100%.
That's going to be commercial property is going to be
Oh, yeah.
really inexpensive this year.
yes.
Pamela Hardy said she was signing off. Goodbye. Okay.
That's my auntie.
Jordan.
We love Auntie Pam.
It's lunchtime.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, ladies. I'm going to let y'all go. Bye and thank you so
Have a
much.
great one.
Bye. Have a good one. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.